What would you do if someone handed you a big chunk of money only to ask for it back days later? And what if that money came from your own inheritance? Stick around, because today we're unpacking a real-life financial dilemma that could happen to anyone. By the end, you'll know your rights, your responsibilities, and what steps to take if you ever find yourself in this tricky situation. So here's the scenario. You've just received an inheritance from your father's estate. Maybe it's a check, or the money's already in your bank account, but then the executor, the person legally in charge of handling the estate, calls you up and says, "Actually, I need you to give that money back." That's a gut punch, right? But here's what most people don't realize. You're not automatically on the hook for an executor's mistakes. Let's break this down. The executor's job is to follow the will and distribute assets properly. If they paid you too soon or miscalculated the amounts, that's on them, not you. Unless you did something shady or knew the payment was a mistake, the law generally protects you as a beneficiary. But here's where it gets crazy. Executors sometimes make honest errors. Estate management is complicated. There are taxes, debts, and paperwork galore. Maybe a creditor pops up with a claim, or maybe the executor just got the math wrong. If the estate runs short of cash, the executor might scramble to claw back funds from beneficiaries. Now, you might be wondering, am I legally required to return the money? The short answer is usually no, if you received it in good faith. Courts don't like to punish innocent heirs for someone else's mismanagement. But, and this is a big but, things can get messy if there's a legitimate debt or legal claim against the estate. If the executor can prove that the distribution was improper and you're holding assets that should have gone elsewhere, they might try to recover those funds through legal channels. So, what should you do if you get that awkward call? First, don't panic or rush to send the money back. Ask the executor for a clear explanation. Why do they believe the payment was a mistake? Request the documentation in writing. And here's a pro tip. Talk to your own attorney, not just the executor. Estate law is complicated, and you want someone looking out for your interests. But here's what no one tells you. Inheritance disputes can drag on for months, even years. If you return the money quickly, and it turns out you didn't have to, getting it back later might be an uphill battle. Protect yourself by keeping everything in writing, and don't be afraid to stand firm until you have all the facts. Looking at the bigger picture, this situation highlights why choosing an experienced, trustworthy executor is so important. Mismanagement doesn't just create headaches for heirs. It can cause family rifts, legal fees, and a lot of unnecessary stress. So, if you ever receive an inheritance, remember, you're not automatically responsible for someone else's mistakes. Know your rights, get everything in writing, and consult an expert before making any big moves. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, drop your questions in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more no-nonsense financial advice. And here's something to think about. Inheritance isn't just about money, it's about family, legacy, and trust. Make sure you're prepared, because you never know when you'll get that phone call.